How to handle bye weeks in best ball fantasy leagues. Are you wondering how to tackle bye weeks in best ball fantasy leagues? You are not alone. Bye weeks can be tricky, but they work differently in best ball formats compared to traditional leagues. Let's break it down so you can manage your roster effectively. First, it is essential to understand the best ball format. In these leagues, you draft a full roster of players before the season starts, typically between 18 to 20 players. The system automatically selects your highest scoring players each week. This means you do not have to set weekly lineups or make in-season roster moves. Bye weeks do not create the same challenges as they do in redraft leagues. One effective strategy is to spread out bye weeks to avoid having too many players off in the same week. Aim to have no more than 4 to 6 players on bye during any single week. This approach ensures you have enough active players to maximize your scoring potential throughout the season. When drafting, prioritize key positions like quarterbacks and tight ends. Since you usually have fewer of these players, it is vital to avoid having multiple players at these positions with the same bye week. This way, you will always have at least one active player at these critical positions each week. Interestingly, some players choose to ignore bye weeks to a certain extent. In best ball, your final score is cumulative over the entire season. So, while having 2 players with the same bye week may lower your score in that week, if those players perform well in other weeks, it can balance out. Many drafters accept this trade-off to secure higher scoring players, even if their bye weeks overlap. Another aspect to consider is how bye weeks can influence your stacking and roster construction. If you are stacking players from the same NFL team, be mindful of their bye weeks. Avoid stacking too many players with the same bye to prevent a significant drop in scoring during that week. Diversifying your players, bye weeks can help maintain a balanced scoring approach. Lastly, if your best ball league includes playoffs, pay attention to bye weeks and matchups during those weeks. This can help you maximize your scoring potential late in the season. However, be cautious not to focus too much on bye weeks or playoff stacking, as this might lead you to overlook overall season performance. In summary, the best way to handle bye weeks in best ball leagues is to aim for a balanced roster with bye weeks spread out, especially at positions like quarterback and tight end. However, do not over-prioritize avoiding bye week overlap at the expense of overall player quality. A strong overall roster can help you overcome occasional scoring dips during bye weeks.